I bring you greetings on this Saturday morning from our Dean, Larry Davis. You might see him, you never know when he's in on a Saturday. He often comes in on the weekends to write. So if you see a gentleman in the hallway upstairs that looks like the man in this picture, say hello to Dean Davis. Okay, and here we are. So my job this morning is to give you the broad brushstroke of the MSW program at the School of Social Work at the University of Pittsburgh. So first of all, we are housed within the University of Pittsburgh, which in and of itself is a great place to be. Under Chancellor Nordenberg, the university has done so very well over the past number of years, and we are housed within this historic building. How many have never been in this building before? Pretty cool, huh? And there's also a lot to learn about the building. So this is the second tallest educational building in the world. There are 40 floors, and one of the many things that you will learn about as a student here is which elevator takes you where. I had to coach a couple of people in the elevator this morning to come up with me, and also the secret buttons, the ones that take you to floors that are not marked. So just a small part of the many things you'll learn at the University of Pittsburgh. If you've never seen this building before, on your way out, make sure you stop on the first floor and just walk around and see how beautiful the first floor is with the arches, and there are some pictures of the nationality rooms. If you have a little bit of time, you can take a self-tour through the nationality rooms. This is really quite an extraordinary building. Oh, I should mention that the cathedral was lit up in this particular picture because we are celebrating our 225th birthday at the University of Pittsburgh. So in social work, we have a particular mandate that distinguishes us from other professions. So how many people in the room today already have a bachelor's in social work, or maybe you're a senior in completing your bachelor's in social work? Do we have anybody in the room? Okay, several hands. Okay, so what distinguishes us as social workers from other professions? Okay, so what she said is, as social workers, we look at people within the broader environment. Maybe if you're a direct practice student, you're looking at an individual within a family system, within multiple generations. If you're looking at an organization or a group, you're looking at a community, you're looking at whatever your client service population is within a larger context, societal context, racial context, all the different contexts. So we're looking holistically at people, not just at the service population, whether that's an individual, a family, an organization, or a community. So we want to get the context, because what do we know as social workers? That the context influences that service population, whether it's the individual or the organization, okay? So there's an interaction. What else as social workers? Okay, we can read it too, right? So we are particularly, we work towards empowering our service populations. We, rather than being pathology-based, we're looking for the strengths and the resiliencies of our individuals, families, communities, okay? So we're very strengths-based in our interventions, and we have a very, very strong commitment to working with vulnerable populations, the oppressed, the folks that do not have a voice. We become the voice for those that do not have a voice in the wider system. So we're very committed to social and economic justice, okay? These are pictures of faculty on the latest day of caring. So faculty, as you can see, gets out and gets dirty. And not only do we teach in classrooms by day, but we go out and dig urban gardens and are involved in the community in a number of different ways. So the School of Social Work has been around for quite some time, and as Mr. Mack mentioned, we have been accredited by the Council on Social Work Education since 1939. We are currently ranked 11th in the country. We're very proud of that. On main campus here in Oakland, our incoming student population is a little bit different each year, but it averages about 230 students. This year, we brought in 260 incoming students, but the previous year it was 210. So that number varies a little bit each fall. I also have 2 regional campus programs at Bradford and Johnstown. These are part-time cohort programs, which means we only admit students every 2 years. They go through the program together. It is an evening program that is specifically scheduled so that people work by day, they're working professionals, and they're getting their degree by night. The Johnstown campus has the mental health, the direct practice mental health curriculum. The Bradford campus has the direct practice children, youth, and family curriculum. Those 2 programs do not have any choice. They go through all the classes together. It takes 3.5 years, and they graduate together. So MSW students not only learn a lot, but have a variety of experiences that often change their worldview. I was talking to a student just Thursday evening in my office. She is about to graduate. In fact, we have a graduation a week from today. And she had been in my class and said, "This program changed my life." As a program director, that was very gratifying to hear that. She's very excited to be completing her MSW and going out and practicing. She works for children and youth, and has been funded in her master's program through the Sewell program, and she is very soon to graduate. So, as you heard Mr. Mack mention, we are preparing students to be professional practitioners. Our job is to provide the skills, the knowledge, and the social work values for you to go out and practice in the world, equipped to meet the complex and many challenges that are out in the world today. This is what my incoming class looks like right about now. There's a slight shift in the population each year, but generally we are predominantly female, and predominantly full-time students, and about 80% of our students do elect for the direct practice concentration. You will hear a little bit more about the 2 different concentrations from our future presenters. So the MSW program is divided into 2 concentrations. The first semester for full-time students, non-advanced standing, students that already have a bachelor's in social work can come into the master's program as advanced standing students. So those students will jump over that first semester of foundation curriculum. Okay, the foundation curriculum, both concentrations take the same courses, and this is your beginning social work generalist skills knowledge values. So those courses are generalist practice, human behavior in the social environment, social welfare, foundation research, actually comes in semester 2, but it's part of the foundation group, diverse populations, and you begin halfway through the first semester in foundation field, because we believe very strongly that as you're learning in the classroom, you need to be out in the field and applying what you're learning. We have a number of certificate options within each concentration. You must identify a concentration. You do not have to identify a certificate. Okay, if you choose a certificate program, there are a particular package of courses, and your concentration field will align with that specialization or certificate. Community organization and social administration is broken down into 2 tracks: community organizing and social administration. And you will hear more about that from Professor Tracy Soska. They also have a certificate option, the Human Services Management Certificate. This is also open to our direct practice students who wish to, at some point in their career, move into the supervision and administration aspect of practice. And so there are 4 courses in this certificate program that direct practice students can use 2 of their general electives, plus must add 2 additional courses onto their MSW in order to fulfill the requirements for the Human Services Management Certificate. So, because we weren't able to have the entire faculty here on a Saturday for you, I'm going to introduce them to you via picture. We have 2 academic deans. Our Associate Dean for Academic Affairs is Dr. McGuire. Our Associate Dean for Research is Dr. Katie Greeno. You will hear from the 2 concentration chairs this morning, Professor Tracy Soska and Dr. Christina Newhill. And so these are some of our faculty members: Dr. Fenying Tang, Dr. Sean Eek, Dr. Sarah Goodkind, and sadly, Professor Keith Caldwell, whose picture remains under the MSW program, is now the Bachelor's Program Director and no longer teaches for me. He will be speaking today as the Director of Career and Alumni Affairs, but we are in the process of hiring a new Career and Alumni Affairs Director. So you will hear from Keith later on, but he is now moved on to the bachelor's program. Here's some more of our faculty: Dr. Levy Jackson, Professor Beth Mulvaney, and Professor James Cox. We have the Child Welfare Education for Leadership grant here at the University of Pittsburgh. We're very proud to have the principal investigators housed here, Dr. Helen Kalan. This is a $23 million grant that 32. I got the numbers exactly reversed. In order to educate employees of the children, youth, and family that are out serving families in the child welfare system can be funded to come back and do their MSWs. It's a wonderful program for those committed to work in child welfare, and these are our child welfare faculty. We also have a number of joint degree programs that the MSW degree is paired with a master's degree in a different school, and we have combined the degrees in such a way where it cuts down on the overall time for you. So our MSW, Master's in Divinity degree, actually is a cooperative degree with Pittsburgh Theological Seminary. And the MSW JD program is with our law school. The MSW MPH, Masters in Public Health, and the MSW PhD program are both directed by Dr. Valerie Carr Copeland. And we have the MSW MPP program that is facilitated by Dr. Danny Rosen. So as you can see, there are a number of different options for you when you come here. We have a gerontology program and the Hartford program you will hear about later on in the morning from Amy DeGurian. The Home and School Visitor Program is a state certification and requires 2 courses beyond the 60 credits necessary for your master's degree. We have coordinated these additional courses with the School of Education. Field education, you will hear a little bit later from Dr. Mickey McDonough, who represents Field this morning, and really is a very essential component to your education here. Out of the 60 credits that you will complete with your MSW, 18 of those credits will be field. We believe very strongly this is a practice degree, and you must learn how to put what we teach you in class into action in order to be prepared once you graduate to practice at the level that you'll be required to practice as an MSW. So this gives you a lot of time to apply your knowledge and skills in the real world under the tutelage of a field instructor. We have a number of different agencies, approximately over 400 agencies with which we have contracts and agreements with. We have many field instructors, probably closer to 500 field instructors and 400 agencies, because we have several field instructors in large agencies for you to do your field practicum. This is certainly not an exhaustive list, and so we have a very personal matching process that you'll hear about more from Dr. Mickey McDonough as to how this matching process occurs. A lot of schools of social work do not have this personalized process that we have here, and students simply select an agency, or they do the work themselves to match themselves up for their practicum. We take your field practice very seriously here, and we work very hard to credential agencies and field instructors. We train them to be your supervisors, and so we're very proud of our field education program here. And occasionally we have some pretty exciting international opportunities as well. Our dean has a particular interest in Cuba and has taken students during spring break to Cuba to study social policy, and in fact, along with Dr. Ralph Bangs, we'll take students this coming spring break to Cuba. Dr. Ralph Bangs and Dean Davis are the directors of the Center on Race and Social Problems, and this course to Cuba comes through the Center on Race and Social Problems. The center is housed within the School of Social Work and is an integral part of the school. We've also had Tracy Soska has taken students to Ireland in the past, and hopefully that will be an upcoming opportunity in the future. In addition, for those of you that are interested in international experiences, I send out 2 students whenever I get really well-coordinated programs from other schools of social work. I send them out to students. I had students that were in Guatemala last summer with a program from another school that I had recommended, and in fact I had 3 students that did go to Guatemala last summer. I have at least one that I know that is going to go this coming spring break with a program at Case Western. So I'm happy to provide opportunities for you to go beyond our borders if that is something that you're interested in.